Voices rise and fall in a city that never sleeps. The Raider Show keeps spinning, the secret focus keeps. Let the Raiders roll, let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins, like a story told. Keep moving through the speakers, shaking up your soul. The Lunatic Raider Show, always on a roll. City like splash me, right with the biggest night news on the radio. About to hit another high, everything you wanna know. With the scoop, make it fast. To facts tight, gotta make this moment last. We bringing go, half strip like in the candy with style. It's about to get wild. Let the Raiders roll, yeah. Let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins, like a story told. Keep moving through the speakers, shaking up your soul. Yeah, we Lunatik Raider, always on the road. On the strip like some insights, navigate the night. Truth in every state, painting pictures so right. With a brand new secret. Yo, no, listen to the soul star. Pull your orbit that you can't ignore. The heart of Vegas need. The voice you can't ignore. Let the Raiders roll, yeah. Let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins, like a story told. Yeah. Keep moving through the speakers, shaking up your soul. The Lunatic Raider Show, always on a roll. Skylights in the desert, feel the rhythm of the beat. We're setting in the stage, making history in the heat. Voices rise and fall in a city that never sleeps. The Raider Show keeps spinning, the secret focus keeps. Let the Raiders roll, let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins, like a story told. Keep moving through the speakers, shaking up your soul. The Lunatic Raider Show, always on a roll. City like splash me, right with the biggest night news on the radio. About to hit another high, everything you wanna know. With the scoop, make it fast. To facts tight, gotta make this moment last. We bringing go, half strip like in the candy with style. It's about to get wild. Let the Raiders roll, yeah. Let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins, like a story told. Keep moving through the speakers, shaking up your soul. Yeah, we Lunatik Raider, always on the road. On the strip like some insights, navigate the night. Truth in every state, painting pictures so right. With a brand new secret. Yo, no, listen to the soul star. Pull your orbit that you can't ignore. The heart of Vegas need. The voice you can't ignore. Let the Raiders roll, yeah. Let the truth unfold. Las Vegas in our veins, like a story told. Yeah. Keep moving through the speakers, shaking up your soul. The Lunatic Raider Show, always on a roll. Skylights in the desert, feel the rhythm of the beat. We're second.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome.
They're here.
Rise, my nation. Gather around and prepare. Our pride will be restored. Our shadow will fall with wicked nation. Rise, my nation. Rise. This is your nation. This is our nation. This is the Raider Nation. Can you dig it?
What it is, Raider Nation, it's the evening. I know they said, where was Lunatic at 3 o'clock today? Lunatic had to go do some shit today on my off day, but Lunatic is back. Better late than never. Slow motion's better than none. Hey, shout out to the world's most dangerous chat. Come on, nation. You know what? News just dropped that it is official, like a referee's whistle. Spytek is our new GM. Now I know you see the title of the of tonight's show. Is Spytek having second thoughts? You found out he didn't. He is a writer. But I found something. I did my little research, and there's a connection between Spytek and a potential hire that nobody's mentioned their name that has connection with Spytek some years back. We're gonna get into it. Shout out to everybody out there we got them on Mickey Ficky Instagram. We on Twitch. We on X, formerly known as Twitter. And we're all right here on Raiders Allegiance on YouTube, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Thank y'all for popping up this night. You know what I mean? I said, hey, you know what? I didn't do a show. We gonna do a show. So guess what? Lunatic is here to do a show. Let's go. Shout out to the world's most dangerous chat once again. Let me get caught up with y'all, man. We got Desert Raider in the building, man. Spytek, yes, it's a done deal. No worries. There is no second guessing. You know what I mean? He ain't having second thoughts, man. He is a writer. You feel me? Our new GM. Now let's see the direction he goes in this head coaching search. Hey, this name that I'm gonna tell y'all, man, I'm surprised nobody. Hey, I do homework, y'all. I don't like to be the person to speak on shit and don't know nothing about it. Plus, my mind starts going. You know what I mean? And I start thinking, well, damn, there's got to be some more connections out there. Everybody connecting Monken to from Baltimore, you know, connections. And then, of course, Cohen. Cohen now is the head coach. Now he's the head coach of Jacksonville. You remember he went to Jacksonville? You know what? I'm going to go back to Tampa Bay. They're going to make me the highest paid coordinator. I'm good. And then all of a sudden, on second thought, that's why I said, is Spytek having second thoughts? Because Cohen had second thoughts. Cohen now is the head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Makes sense. Offensive coordinator from Tampa, going to Jacksonville, got a quarterback, got a young team, and a high draft pick. You know what I mean? Go figure. It just adds up. But our little Spytek, my, Mr. Spytek, what is his connections? It might be somebody, a lot of y'all might, hell no. And we're gonna get into it, but I don't want to spill the beans until, you know what I mean? Let me shout out the chat, man, that makes this possible. For real. We got Robert Pena in the building, man. Salute to you, my guy. Hope all is well with you. Who else we got in this Mickey Ficky? Sacktown Raider Mike, man, my dude, man. Salute to you, and prayers still go up to you and your fam bam, baby. It's like that. We ain't going nowhere, man. We got your back, bro. You feel me? Let me see who else we got up in here. One time, yeah, y'all in here doing the fool. Yes, indeed. Ja Raider in the building, man. I see you, brother. Top of the evening. Yes, indeed. Or bottom of the evening, wherever you at. Top, bottom, it don't matter. There is no ups and downs in space. Facts. In case y'all didn't know that. Let's go. We got what else we got up in here? I gotta scroll down. Y'all in here, man, putting a lot of this shit in the chat. I appreciate it though. Damn, hold on. You know what? I'm just going to have to skip ahead because y'all are active. Man. SoCal Sal in the building, man. What it do? Wild Turkey in the building. What it do? Yes, indeed. Lakai T in the building. What it do? Y'all just dropping some more bombs on me. Got you. Got him. Navy vet, my dude. What it is, man. Salute to you. Yes, indeed, man. Y'all up tonight, man. What y'all ain't got to go to work tomorrow? Y'all ain't got school? What you mean school? Oh, we old. That's right. No, Lunatic, we ain't old. You old. Ah, you feel me? What y'all gonna try to say that me and you gonna say me and Pete Carroll went to high school together? Fuck y'all. I know y'all thinking that. Fuck y'all. I ain't that damn old. Oh my goodness, man. Raider night, what it is, my brother. Tops to you. Hope all is well, man. Good to see you, man. Let me see else. We got Wild Turkey. You know Wild Turkey Benny. Hey, he's a veteran of this channel. There's a Raider in the building. Robert Penny in the building. Natural born Raider. Hey. Let me say it. Not talking about Leftwich, bruh. I'm not talking about Leftwich. There's a coach that's still coaching in the playoffs, and nobody mentioned him as a potential Raider hire. And there is connection between him and Spytek. I'll tell you in just a moment, right after these messages. Hey kids, you ever think about going into your parents' drug box and pulling out their weed and smoking it? Don't do drugs. Drugs are very bad. And don't drink while under the influence of alcohol or narcotics. This has been brought to you by MAD, Motherfuckers Against Drunk Driving. Yes, indeed. Save a life. Put the keys down and walk home. Okay, now back to the original programming. Yes, indeed, man. We're going to get into it, bro. We're going to get into it. I'm trying to make sure I don't want to forget nobody in the chat, man. I'm trying to get y'all Ray Love in the building. Salute to you, man. Alfredo the boss with the hot sauce. Not Alfredo. You don't put hot sauce in Alfredo. Oh, you right. The boss with the we just skipped the Alfredo sauce. That's what I'm making Saturday. The chicken and shrimp Alfredo, boy, with the fettuccine. What do you know? Now, yes, with the fetty. With the fetty with both eyes. Figure that one out. Let's go, man. I'm lit, man. We gonna get into it. Raider way, what it is. Salute to you. Nope, not Joe Brady. See, nobody. See, Lunatic do the homework, and I got a GED. I should have got a diploma doing all this fucking homework years later. But yeah, I got my homework, bruh. It ain't Brady. Nope. Let me see, who's all in the playoffs? You got Philadelphia versus the Commanders. Could it be Cliff Kingsbury? Somebody mentioned that already. So I don't think it's him. You got Philadelphia, Washington, then you got Buffalo, you got Kansas City. That's the 4 teams left, and nobody mentioned his name. And you do the research, you go all the way back. You go all the way back to 2009. Philadelphia Eagles. I'm about to bust it out on y'all. I ain't giving it to you yet. I'm gonna either give it to you dry, I'm gonna give it to you wet. Bars. I ain't gonna give it to you wet, but I'm gonna give it to you dry. I'm gonna give it to you wet. Bars. Let's go. Let me see what everybody's saying, man. Shout out to everybody, man. I appreciate y'all pulling up this night, man. I know I didn't go on earlier today, but I'm here now. I wasn't gonna come on. You know what I mean? I had to go do a checkup at the dentist today to make sure shit is, doing its thing, healing up and everything. You know what I mean? I got some gold teeth. I got my wisdoms pulled and put gold ones in. There's trues and vogues in the back of my... No, I'm lying. I got all my wisdoms. You know what I mean? I'm one of the ones they didn't grow in cricket. Or crooked. I said cricket like the animal. Chirp, chirp. No. Crooked. Like Crooked Eye. Shout out to Crooked Eye, man. You know what I mean? Slaughterhouse in the building. Let's see. All right. So let me run this. Come follow me on this one. I'm gonna show you the connection between Spytek and a potential hire. Now, some people may not want this guy. And there has not been any word out there about this guy coming in for an interview, or you know what I mean? But my thing is, I'm thinking like this. We know it's not Cohen now because Cohen is gone. Cohen is now with Jacksonville as their head coach, so we know it's not him. And I'm gonna run down the connection. First, let's go over the coaches that remain in the playoffs, because I'm wondering if Pete Carroll is actually our plan B. Shouldn't we have signed him already? But maybe they had to wait for Spytek to sign. Now the other shoe drops with Pete Carroll. Possibility. Now with the coaches that's left, I'm looking at coordinators. Not head coaches is not going unilaterally over to another team to be a head coach. They're good where they're at. and plus these 4 teams are in the conference, the conference finals of each AFC and the NFC. So they see potential with their team being contenders right as we speak. So we look at the Philadelphia Eagles, who take on the Commanders. Their offensive coordinator is Kellen Moore. Could it be Kellen Moore? Kellen Moore is tied to the Dallas Cowboys. You know what I mean? Was there before. So that I can see that link right there. The DC of the Eagles is Vic Fangio. Could it be him? I don't see that, because the thing that I'm looking at right now, especially with the coordinators that we're bringing in, the heavy focus has all been on offensive coordinators. Ben Johnson, Cohen, everybody's saying Cohen, Monken. These are all offensive coordinators. You know what I mean? But none of them, you know what I mean? We know Ben Johnson went to Chicago. Kellen Moore is going to end up probably with Dallas. I don't think it was even a choice or an option for us. Then we talked about the Commanders with Cliff Kingsbury. We were trying to hire him last year as offensive coordinator. Is it a possibility? Kingsbury was with the Patriots back in early 2000s, so when Tom Brady was there. So there is, as a player, there is a connection there. But I don't know. We can't talk to nobody right now until after all this is said and done. So Kingsbury could be it. Who knows? You know what I mean? And they said, well, why would he leave Washington to go to the Raiders? Because it's a head coaching job. Head coach. He will never be the head coach of the Washington Commanders. He will have to go elsewhere. And depending on how they do it this year, and if they win the Super Bowl this year, then he's going to be very high demanded, because you still got the Saints, Cowboys, and us looking for coaches. Kingsbury, if he gets that Lombardi, hey, I deserve this much money as a head coach. You know what I mean? It's I got the hardware. You can taunt, especially if they do damn good on offense. You know what I mean? So Kingsbury, I don't know. But there is with Tom Brady, there is some type of connection there with former New England players. You know what I mean? Then you got DC, Joe Witt Jr. I don't see that as being an option. That name has not been brought up. So that's another one that I doubt. Then you get to the Buffalo Bills. You got Joe Brady. Somebody mentioned that one. That's a name to look at to another offensive coordinator. Joe Brady. That's another name to go ahead and think about, like, that could be it. But I have not heard any connections. And there is no connections that I know of Joe Brady and Spytek either. You know what I mean? Buffalo also got Bobby Babich is the defensive coordinator. I don't see nothing there as far as a connection, and that's a defensive coordinator. So I don't think we're heavy on DCs right now. I think Carroll's in the mix because it's not just his defensive prowess, but he does have experience in the front office. You know what I mean? Working with the scouts and so forth. So I can see him and Spytek as a very good tandem of even Carroll understanding what it is Spytek does. And you know what I mean? So they can be on that same page. And you want a common relationship between the coach and the DC. And a lot of times, the one thing that can bring people together is the knowledge or love of a certain thing. Like, say, for instance, you love restoring cars, and I do too. We're going to hit it off because we talk about cars and restoring them. Now we got conversation. We're relating now. So the thing between Carroll and Spytek, there is a relation right there that can, you know what I mean? Because especially with Carroll being formerly of the USC Trojans as a head coach, coming from college, and you figure at one time Spytek was a college scout dealing with colleges. So there's kind of, you know what I mean? You got some kind of relatability because you understand each other's job. Now, I don't think it will be him. And I know for a fact, I haven't heard his name being brought in. Now we get to the interesting part. Let me shout out to the chat. Salute to everybody who pulling up right now. James Furpaw in the building, man. We got Circus Raider in the building, man. Who else we got up in here, man? Richard Lyons, man, how you been, bruh? I ain't seen you in a minute, brother, for real. Salute to you, man. It's good to see you, man, for real. Yeah, Joe Brady would be solid, but I see no. That would be. I wouldn't mind that either. You know what I mean? Now we're getting to where the connection lies, and we're still talking teams left. The last team that we got left on the list is just the Kansas City Chiefs, and we already know about the DC Spagnuolo, Lolo, whatever the fuck his name is, Spaghetti Head. No, I heard somebody say that on a podcast. They called him Spaghetti Head, but Steve Spagnuolo. I'm gonna call him that. I don't care what it is. Now that's the DC of Kansas City. A lot of people don't want him because he's Kansas City, but you got to look at the positives of if that is the choice. He would know from inside how to stop the Chiefs, and so far, this year, last year, the year before that, in order to get to the Super Bowl in the AFC, you had to go to Kansas City. I don't care. They said, well, you shouldn't just focus on one team. That team's been dominating our damn division for years now. And every single year is go through Kansas City to get to the Super Bowl. They're going for 3 in a row. How do you shelf their ass? Taking their coordinator that understands the weaknesses of their players and how the offenses ran and stopping their ass. And you have the possibility of him coming over here and bringing some free agent potentials on the defensive side of the ball that Kansas City has and bringing them to the Raiders. Weaken your adversary. You want to completely destroy your adversary, you weaken their ass. You take their defensive mind and understands how they run and operate. You take players off that defensive side, which the strongest side of the ball in Kansas City is the defensive side. Offense been mediocre at best. They've been lucky with the wins they've been getting. That's why I'm taking Buffalo this, because Buffalo is going to smash them. You're getting lucky. And playoffs is, when your luck runs out in the play, I'll give you a good example of luck running out in the playoffs. Even worse than that. Remember when the Patriots had Randy Moss? And they were going to be undefeated. They went all year undefeated. Went through the playoffs, knocking everybody off, getting to the Super Bowl with no losses. And guess when that luck ran out? In the Super Bowl. The worst place to have the only loss that not sure. If they would have lost in the regular season, they season still keeps going. One loss ain't going to stop shit in the regular season, but you get into the playoffs and the Super Bowl and take that first loss, that's a bitter, bitter taste in your mouth, because now you got to go back next year and do it all over again and hope you can recapture that magic that you had to get there and try to do it again. Patriots didn't do it again. That was their only opportunity to go undefeated like the 72 Dolphins, but they fell short by the last game that mattered the most, the Super Bowl. So that's one thing I look at when you're talking about going after the DC of the team that you have to go through to get to the Super Bowl. And once again, it's proven again, you have to go through Kansas City to get to the Super Bowl. Why not beat them with a motherfucker that knows how they're constructed and what their weak points are? It's called intel. You got someone with intel on the enemy to completely destroy him. So I don't mind that one. But that's not the guy I'm talking about. There's only one person left. What? Anybody heard of the name Matt Nagy? Undefeated quarterback out of Delaware in 2001. Nobody drafted him. Nobody remember that name, Matt Nagy? The offensive coordinator of the Kansas City Chiefs? Was a head coach once. What was he, a head coach once in Chicago? Oh, yes, there's a connection between Matt Nagy, however you want to call it, and Spytek. Nobody mentioned this shit. Kansas City's offensive coordinator has a connection with John Spytek from 2009 with the Philadelphia Eagles. Go figure. And yes, Nagy was a player on the practice squad in 2009 with Philadelphia. So if he was a player that was on the roster in Philadelphia, and then in the same year he was a coach's intern He went from a player to going into the coaching ranks in 2009. Spytek was the college and pro scout for Philadelphia in 2009. Connection! Oh. There's the connection. Spytek and Nagy goes back to 2009 Philadelphia Eagles. Factola. Factola. There it is. There it is. And you know what? Hold on. There's another thing I want to talk about too. So that's another offensive coordinator who's good at calling plays. He's done did it. He came up under some bro, we gonna get into this shit, boy. And nobody mentioned this shit. You mean the blind light-skinned dude with a GED did? Is that what we're doing? You letting dumbasses like me do all the work? I'm tired of this shit. Every night I gotta prove my love to you. Shout out to the 5 Heartbeats. Y'all, if y'all know that scene, y'all know that scene. This man, I go on and on. You know what I mean? They be like, this is what they say.
This man tripping.
I'm not tripping. I'm for real. I'm for real. Matter of fact, let me hold on. I gotta do something real quick. Hold on. But yeah, man, it's Matt Nagy, former quarterback, undrafted, former Chicago Bears head coach, current Kansas City offensive coordinator, worked with Spytek back in Philadelphia in 2009. Connect the dots, and I did it. Ate a full plate and I shit it. Bars. But yeah, man, that's the other connection because I'm wondering why we haven't signed him. And we all thought that Spytek was already signed. But didn't I heard that he didn't sign? And is he having second thought? I'm hearing all these motherfucking content creators just fuck. Go take some drugs. Calm down. Take some drugs and calm down. You know what I mean? That's why I'm like, is he having second thoughts? Because everybody's saying this shit. God dang. So I said, let me do some homework on some shit. Because maybe there's somebody. That's why Kingsbury, Brady makes sense. Those make sense. Just because we have not signed a coach, and those are the 4 teams left in the playoffs that we have to wait till after the playoffs are done and the Super Bowl, depending on who it is we're focused on. Is it Joe? Was Pete Carroll even plan B? That's the question too. Was he ever even plan B? Or is he our last resort if all else fails? Ben Johnson, strike 1. Cohen, if that was even a possibility, strike 2. After 3 strikes, we get Pete Carroll. Is that how is this? Which I'm not mad. You setting up yourself to not fail. It'd be horrible if these motherfuckers said no, and we don't have no other, no candidates to talk to. Like, well, damn, where we're at. Everybody said no. Brady, we're gonna need you to coach. Hell no, bro. You do what you're doing. You keep doing what you're doing. Yes, Pete Carroll's continuing his. That's why I said, was Pete Carroll even plan B? I think we all got it wrong. I think we all got it wrong. When you're building your team like this from in the upper echelons of the organization, and you go young, Spytek. I say young because they're younger than me, but Spytek, the first time GM. You're probably going to get a first-time head coach. And you keep that tandem together. You keep them together. I think our problem is we're putting guys together that we went out of sync. You don't go out of the pecking order and go coach and then GM. That don't fucking make sense. Who fucking does that? Us. What we learn from it. We can't. That's the wrong fucking shit to do. You know what I mean? That's what we learned from it. D Menace in the building, man. Salute to you. Good to see you, man. How long would Pete be? That's another question. How long would Pete be here for? And if he's here for so long, if it's a short period, who's going to take the ranks after him? Now, I can see, now everybody was mentioning this, and it makes sense. Pete Carroll, and you grab old boy, y'all know the defensive coordinator that was with the Niners was the head coach with Jets. I got so much shit in my head, bro. ADD is a motherfucker. I get one idea and I be over here like I want to bring up something else and I forgot that shit. God dang it. Hold on, man. I want to give you this oh shit, I done fucked up. Hold on real quick. Raiders. Now, here's the thing I want to bring you into. Now, when I said Spytek and Nagy has a connection, right? Don't forget the other connection with that is Andy Reid. Andy Reid was the coach in Philadelphia when Nagy and Spytek was there. So, I mean, there's a relationship there with the, you know what I mean? And Nagy's been under Andy Reid for years, and you cannot deny Andy Reid being successful at what he does. He took Philadelphia to the Super Bowl. McNabb, I know he threw up on the field. T.O. missed like most of the season because he had that, what was it, an ACL injury? And he came back in the Super Bowl. And there was some kind of friction, I think, between T.O. and McNabb. But Andy Reid, he was there with Spytek. Look at the talent Philadelphia had. This is where Spytek was a scout, a college and pro scout. So he's been around greatness. And Nagy's been underneath it, on his back, on a mattress, doing movies in 4K on Pornhub. No, I'm fucking with y'all. I'm on my shit tonight, boy. I'm on my shit. So who going night? Raider Way, salute to you. I gotta make sure I got everybody beat out. What it is? He said the nut tree. Did you just say the nut tree, bro? Did you just say the nut tree?
Are you on drugs?
Not the nut tree. Oh my goodness, y'all crazy, man. I'ma tell on y'all. You see in the chat, man. Hey, shout out to everybody on Instagram, though, man. How many people we got up in this Mick and Fick at one time? We up here 84 deep. Shout out to y'all. 1984 was a good year. Hip hop was brand new. Well, not brand new, but it was doing its thing in the 80s. Oh shit! Yes, it was. It sure was. You had your Run DMCs, your Houdinis. Yes, indeed. You sure did. Epic classic hip hop at its finest. But yeah, that's the name I just want to bring out there. Nobody was mentioning Nagy. I'm like, wait a minute. We haven't signed nobody. Now we're saying that Pete Carroll's talking to Dallas, which could be a possibility. But you got to also believe, I think Cowboys in the same position as us, if this is correct. If my assumption is correct, we're waiting for somebody that's still coaching. Brady, I rock with Joe Brady all damn day. I wouldn't be mad at Nagy. Nagy comes off a coaching tree, bruh. And has connection with somebody in the organization now. You know what I mean? So it's a lot. There's a lot into this shit, bruh. So it could be Kingsbury could be the guy. Who knows? Who knows, bro? That's why I like this shit, because we get to find out. It's like getting on a roller coaster, but you don't know. You see what it look like, but you don't know what it feel like. Like getting coochie for the first time. Hey, shout out to everybody out there that I slipped that one in. But yeah, man, shout out to everybody in the chat. Man, I appreciate y'all, man. If this is your first time here, do this for a brother, man. That's all I ask. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that like, man. Hit that notification bell too, because at times like this, you might think there's not gonna be a show, and lo and behold, here I come. Ah, yeah, here I come. Now ain't no pause either. Here I come. The COME version though. You feel me? But yeah, man, please do that, man. We are on our way to I'm trying to get to 3,000. Wow. Like I said, once we get to 3,000, we doing a giveaway for a TV. Somebody, one person out there is gonna get a good TV. So help me get to 3,000 before next season starts, so you can get that brand new TV. I'll ship it to you. You ain't gotta pay for shit. That's how I'm gonna do it for you guys, because you guys been rocking with me. Y'all been making this channel successful, entertaining. I'm loving the fact that you guys are in the chat. Shout out to you guys on Instagram as well. Maybe some of y'all don't like me. That's you entitled to that shit. You know what I mean? Some of y'all might not like men or women. That you entitled. I can't judge you because you like to sword fight and sip each other's straw. That's your business. And if you're a Raider fan, then hey, handle that shit, bro. We got a team to root for. You know what I mean? And women, if you guys like playing rock, paper, scissors, that's your business too. Lunatic, hey, Lunatic love you. Be who you are. The counterfeits is who I don't like. Shout out to everybody in this Mickey Ficky. Man, who else we got up in this shot right now? Yeah, Kingsbury wanted to sign, bruh. He couldn't get the years he want. Now, this is the other thing. This is the very interesting. This is the part I can't wait for. I cannot wait for when we do name a head coach and they start gathering their whole coordinators and coaches. Who do they go get? That's, man, come on, bruh. That's what I'm waiting on. What is our staff gonna look like? Can we get excited about the staff? Because we're not an old team at all, bro. We're a young team, and it's about to get younger with these new these new players coming out the draft. We got 10 draft picks. Don't mean it's gonna stay at 10. All it takes is one trade back, and we're on and cracking with 12 or 13. You feel what I'm saying? So we gotta master this draft. Spytek, you got the spy technology to go snoop around and find us the most riveting, earth-moving, clitoris-wetting players out there coming out of college, bruh, to put them on this roster to make us do what we do. And they say, Lunatic, do what we do. We've been losing. No, do what we used to do. Let's make the Raiders win again. Let's make the Raiders win again. Come on now. So Spytek, it's on you, bruh. Go out there and do your thing. You come from some of the best places to learn what it is you do. You've done a damn good job with being on the staff that you were on in Tampa Bay. Years with Philadelphia under Andy Reid, all those years. Successful in Philadelphia, going to the Super Bowl. Nagy, if it's you, you know what the gotta do, bruh. We got to be dynamic on the offensive side of the ball. You got one of the best college players to ever come out on this team. Brock Bowers, salute to you, bruh. You one of the finalists for offensive, or is it offensive or just rookie of the year? Got to be just rookie. I think they split them up, huh? Offensive and defensive. One of the most dynamic offensive players ever to come out of college. And it wouldn't be bad if you came in second behind who? Jaden Daniels, because he's one of the greatest ever to come out of college as a freshman. Look what they're doing. Look what you did. You broke records. Jaden Daniels broke records as a rookie. You know how hard that is to do? This is the best of the best, and you guys are shining like a diamond in the sky. You know what I mean? So all we got to do is add to it. We the people. McCarthy, yeah, I don't think that's going to be, like I said, he's out there to sign with whoever too. I know there's people that's still coaching that, bruh. We already know the defensive coordinator of the Chiefs was one of them. But I think sometimes these organizations play games where they bring people in to make other teams who need coaches as well to think that they're very interested in them, to make them hurry up and sign them. And then there's coaches that you don't even talk to yet. You don't want to draw attention like, oh, the Raiders really want them. You know what I mean? I know they play those games. They got to. It's chess. We gonna make you think we interested in this person, because if you are too, you gonna hurry up and give them the bag, and then we're gonna go after the guy we really wanted and that you didn't get because we thought you were interested. It's all about guesses. You're guessing what an organization's gonna do. Like we're guessing that Dallas might be interested in Kellen Moore because of the connection they have, or Nagy connected with us. You know what I mean? Or how we said Cohen because of the connection with Spytek and Tampa Bay. We're all trying to connect the dots. And other teams are too. And when you're trying to get inside information, sometimes people won't speak. So you have to try to guess. You know what I mean? So I know it's a game they play. The game people play. For real, for real, for real. I don't know if he ever called plays under Reed, but you got to remember he was a coach at one time with Chicago. But I'm pretty sure, I know for a fact, even when head coaches still want to be hands-on with offenses, they don't call every single play. They don't call every single play. You know what I mean? I don't believe they do everything. You know what I mean? It's just like, fucking Kelsey ain't gonna get every ball Mahomes throw. He gonna be out there, but he ain't gonna get every pass. So, and plus you figure he's a former quarterback. Like I said, he was undrafted. wasn't a great dude. But, I mean, as far as moving the needle, but he's been in the league. You know what I mean? And he's been under Andy Reid. You know what I mean? And you don't have to necessarily be groomed. He's not being right. Has he ever called a play? I'm pretty sure he has. I know for a fact if he went to Chicago and was there for a minute, who was calling the plays then when he was there as head coach? But to be under a coach such as that, Andy Reid, in Philadelphia and in Kansas City, that's a whole lot of traveling. That's a whole lot of Andy Reid bringing them around. They're hiring him. So there's got to be some kind of value in Nagy with Andy Reid. Why would Philadelphia, and then he been in and out of Kansas City too a few times, going to, I think he was doing college shit and everything. And that's when they made the decision that he went from player to being a coach intern, was in 2009 when he was with Philadelphia under Andy Reid. You know what I mean? So that's when he converted from player to going. That was the start of his coaching career as a coach's intern. And look at him now, OC in Kansas City, possibly could win another Super Bowl winner. I mean, shit. Now, as a coach, I mean, but he, like I said, everybody wants to look at Ben Johnson and the coaching tree he comes off of. You know what I mean? But we look at Nagy and be like, well, Andy Reid calls all the plays. Ben Johnson calls all the plays too. So who's gonna be his OC in Chicago? I don't. It's good to guess Kingsbury would stay with Commanders, but bruh, when you're hot, it's like being a prospect in college. When you're hot, you better come out. You better enter the draft. You better enter the draft while you hot, because just as fast as you hot, you can go cold. What happens if something happens to fucking God forbid, Jayden Daniels next season and misses majority of the season, and Kingsbury ain't got nobody to fucking coach? Who you gonna bring out there? We gonna bring out old boy we had, Mariota. We gonna win the Super Bowl with Mariota, with Kingsbury as the offensive coordinator. That's why I said, when you hot, you better ride that motherfucking train, bro. Because just as fast as it gets hot, it can go cold. How many potential players coming out of college should have came out the year before because their numbers was up. You know what I mean? People saying that Milroe should go back to school. Shit, it makes sense to me. You not going number 1 or number 2. Might not even go 3. Milka Beezy in the building. Salute to you, my brother. Tops of the evenings. Gotta put S's on everything. Tops of the evening, sirs. We're looking for our heads, coaches. I'm dropping shit. Who else we got in here? Wild Turkey in the building. Yes, indeed. Man, we in here. D-Menace in the building, man. Yes, indeed. If Pete Carroll is our best option, then we should have signed him yesterday. That's why something just isn't, and it's not. If he's the best option, why Dallas ain't fucking? Well, I know they interviewed him, and why the Saints ain't fucking with him, or did he interview with them too? I think motherfuckers are just keeping the interview window open because we can't talk to none of the motherfuckers that's still that's left coaching. We can't talk to them. So now we just waiting. Come on, everybody else is settling in now. Jacksonville done got their shit. Chicago got their shit. Dallas Saints and Raiders, we sitting here. What we waiting on is it telltale sign. You waiting on something. You think it takes a 73-year-old man to make his mind up? Take that long? You know, I know. Let me not say that because 73 years old, bro. You could be dealing with dementia and all this other shit. It might take you an hour to come up with a 2-second fucking a 2-second solution. Takes you an hour. Let me not crack them old jokes because all y'all motherfuckers better hope you get old. Y'all cracking that old joke. I hear y'all young motherfuckers out there. The old head's gonna catch you in a dark alley one night. They're gonna beat the shit out you and rub Ben Gay all in your eyes. You can't see shit. Get to beating you with their walking cane. Old heads, rise up. The revolution will be televised on the radio and on a little black and white TV. Hey, these beat writers, man, these motherfuckers, boy, I don't believe in them either. They it's just like, I tell you, they'd rather be first with the news than be right with the news. And that's all we've been seeing this shit. Oh yeah, the Raiders is going. Ben Johnson, the favorite spot for Ben Johnson is the Raiders. Oh really? Was that true, or was that like clickbait? Like no. See, here's one thing about clickbait. You can click on some shit from people who are for Ben Johnson going to the Raiders, right? And you got people clicking that don't want Ben Johnson going to the Raiders. But guess what? They all clicking the same story. So that now that's why people say, well, please, if you do, please leave us a comment on how you like the show. And if you don't like the show, leave a comment too. Because we need comments for the analytics. We need the analytics on YouTube, regardless if it's positive or negative. Why you think Floyd Mayweather used to always fight on Cinco de Mayo? Because he knew there was a lot of people out there that didn't like him. Plus, you knew the fan following of Mexican boxers, they fan base is fucking epic. So he knew what he was doing. You gonna buy the fight to watch me win, or you gonna buy the fight to watch me lose. Either way it go, you buying the fight. Pay-per-view, I'm your man. Man, of course. That's marketing. Shit, a hater's dollar spends just like a motherfucker that love you. Shit. Yeah, man, it'd be crazy out there in these YouTube streets. Hey, the YouTube streets, boy, ain't no joke. The YouTube streets ain't no joke, boy. Boy, motherfuckers will throw some shit out in the street and tell you, hey, that's mama's homemade apple pie. Don't you eat that shit. Literally. Don't you eat that shit. That ain't mama's homemade apple pie. That's mama's homemade shit. After she ate the apple pie. Tony Angel, what it is, man? Salute to you, man. Good to see you. Pistol Pete. Hey, I fuck with Pete Carroll, though. I already know how important knowledge is. And somebody that has experience, not just working as a coach, but being a GM. And I just imagine what he can do with this defense. Boy, or as Diddy would say, I can just imagine what he could do with that D. Pause. Diddy, I said Diddy would say that shit. I wonder what Pete Carroll can do with that D. Boy, you better pause that shit. You better pause that VHS cassette. Hey, they say Pete Carroll be watching. He watch game film on VHS. Is that true, y'all? Does Pete Carroll still watch game film on VHS? Do they still make the VHS recorders? Look, you say, Lunatic, you told us not to say no old jokes, and look at you. Cause I'm old. I can say that shit. I ain't Pete Carroll old. Pete Carroll got me like by a dub. He got me by a dub C. Shit. Twine in the building. Raider Twine in the building. Yeah, man. So it's all wait and see, bro. I'm here for it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go make some popcorn and watch some YouTube and watch my phone and see what's next for the Raiders, man. We got our guys signed, sealed, and delivered. You know, we got a spy with technology in the front office. You know what I mean? We got a spy with technology. Go, lo and behold. But yeah, man, I'm about to jump my ass up off here, man. But I'll be back tomorrow. Oh, yeah, I'll be back. And you know what? I'll be back about... See, I got to go get my son get out of school at 2. I can get home by 3. So tomorrow's show might be around 5-ish. I like to put the ish on there. It makes me sound intelligent. Hold on. You got to hold your glasses in your mouth. Yeah, tomorrow's show will be about 5-ish on the Raiders Allegiance channel. Thank you guys for showing up and showing out. I am your professor, Lunatik Raider, and we are here discussing Spytek's connection with Matt Nagy, offensive coordinator of the Kansas City Chiefs. Let me correct you guys in case y'all been pronouncing it wrong. It's not city, it is Kansas City Chiefs. Okay? There it is. So me being intellectual, I would like to thank you guys for coming in this morning. Like Lunatic, it's not morning. Let me see. You want to bet your ass? 10:48? I bet you it's the morning on the East Coast. Yeah. Got him. You know the late night, it's either a full moon or it's midnight. And it ain't midnight here. So it got to be a full moon outside because that's when the Lunatic come out. All right, y'all. I missed your super chat. Hold on, bruh. I'll find it, bruh. Oh my goodness, man. My bad, dog. Bam. Shout out to my guy, man. Hey, I appreciate you, man, for real. You didn't want Deion or Shedeur? People don't want them. That's why I say I'm excited to see what happens, bruh. I'm excited to see what happens. I think it's a lot of shit with the rumors with the draft. We're gonna do a mock draft too coming up. So y'all stay. You know what? What's tomorrow? Friday. Maybe we should do one tomorrow. Do a mock draft tomorrow just for shits and giggles. I really don't get into it until after. Like we got the Senior Bowl is what, next weekend? Next week, yeah, it is, huh? Oh shit. When is the Reese's Senior Bowl?
The 2024 Senior
February 3rd.
Saturday, February
All right.
3rd.
Hey, and all the quarterbacks seem like they playing in that shit. Is Cam Ward in the I know Shedeur's gonna be in it, playing in it. I think Jackson Dart is playing in the Senior Bowl. I think Shedeur Sanders is playing in the Senior Bowl. Let me see if Cam Ward participating in the Senior Bowl. Cam Ward will not be in the Senior Bowl. Yeah, usually when people think they going number one, they ain't fucking with it. They ain't gonna do anything to hurt their slot in the draft. Now the combine, it either can hurt or help you. Now if he thinks he can get out there and run like a 4.40, can't worry to be out there. And it might not partake in everything because a lot of college guys do that shit. But yeah, a lot of people, Deion Sanders and Shedeur, some people don't want that combination. You know what I mean? Now the quarterback himself, I don't mind. Deion, I'm kind of up and down with that one, bro. I wouldn't mind Deion because Deion does have coaching like experience with college, but a lot of people say, well, he coached 4 years, 2 years at Jackson State, successful. 2 years with Colorado, took them to their a bowl game, and don't forget the year before he got there, they only won one game. They won 9 this year and played in a bowl game. You know what I mean? Now, has he had his son everywhere he went? True that. Now, and if coming from Deion's angle, I can see why he's fighting with going to the pros, because I remember when Ice Cube was on his podcast or TV, whatever the show it was, is on there, and I remember the first thing Deion asked Ice Cube was, should I? And what he was asking Ice Cube was, should he go to the pros to coach Shedeur? Why not? Because to be honest with you, who has gotten the most out of Shedeur in college? You know what I mean? It's been his father, because that's all who's ever coached him. And Brady is the one that trains with him. So that's another aspect you have to play into this whole scenario, that Brady is the one grooming Shedeur since he was in high school. That's facts. So it's and one thing about Brady, him working with Shedeur, he's not working with Shedeur on his athleticism. He's working with Shedeur between the ears, technique, and that's what made Brady who he was. Brady wasn't running a 4.340. He was not Jaden Daniels by far. He wasn't a number 1 overall pick by far. But what he had between here, that's why he wins. And that's why Mark Davis has him and called on him to help us get this team back to where it needs to be. He has the intellectual fortitude to go out there and find guys that thinks like he do, because he sees the game differently. And a lot of coordinators and spoke highly of Brady because of his knowledge of the game. Now, if you're teaching a young Shedeur Sanders the same shit, I can't be mad. And I would not be scared to take a Shedeur Sanders because of that. Because of that. Why we could take coaches if they were under a certain coaching tree, but we won't take quarterbacks that was under a certain individual that was training him personally. It wasn't like he was going to a Tom Brady mini camp and there was a whole bunch of quarterbacks there. Brady was working with Shedeur one-on-one. And that's what life is like when you have money like that. That's why I said having a father, a parent that was a pro player as well, you're privy to a lot of shit that regular kids don't get. Like, for instance, Steph Curry had the luxury of being the son of Dell Curry with the Charlotte Hornets. And as a kid that would go and be with his father before games, playing other people such as the Reggie Miller-led Indiana Pacers, another great shooter. What do you think the benefits of being the son of an NBA player is when you get to have Reggie Miller show you how to shoot, show you the proper way of shooting the ball? Then you end up becoming Steph Curry. You see what I mean? You get shit out of it. Now, Deion being Deion, he had the ability and the financial ability to have his son be taught by the best. But everybody's scared of Shedeur because of his dad. You scared of him because of his dad. His dad is not going to be hiking him the fucking ball. His dad ain't even going to be calling the plays. But I bet you as a father, he knows how to get the best out of his son better than any coordinator that you can ever hire or any coach you put him underneath. A father knows how to get that fire out of his son. He knows the buttons to push. We get people like Josh McDaniels that don't know how to push those buttons, that can't relate to younger players. You know what I mean? But somebody like Deion, this is what he does. He turns boys into men. He knows what buttons to push to get the best out of you. But you're all scared of that shit. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. How can you be scared of someone that can get the best out of somebody that could possibly be your franchise quarterback? You can't say, oh, you don't want Deion because he does drugs and he drives fast on the freeway. You can't say that shit. You can't say he gambles on football. He don't gamble. He said it. He's very religious. He's religious to the point where you got a non. This is crazy to me. Colorado. There's a group in Colorado that try to ban Deion for being religious. Bruh. What the fuck? We can pledge allegiance? We can do pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. And when you say under God, what, we gonna change that word? We gonna take that word out of it now? So now the pledge is gonna be different? You don't even have kids doing the allegiance in classroom no more. Showed you where society's going. But we're worried about Deion. Deion that would not put anything negative into his son. Oh, son, go ahead. Stay out all night. You the starter. You ain't got to come to practice. You ain't got to practice, Shedeur. I'm your dad. I'm the coach. You can do what you want to. I guarantee you, the same thing that Deion would expect out of the players on the team, he's going to expect out of his son as well. You get no special treatment. You earn what you get. But y'all scared of that shit. And you might get a coach in here that believes since you are the star, you can go ahead and have your private workout staff. Shout out to Russell Wilson. You can have your private chaplain. You can have everybody that ain't even on the Raiders payroll in the locker room with you because you get special treatment. Nah, bruh. I'll take Deion any day. His values and his morals is way above the regular. And I know he would get the best out of Shedeur. I'm talking about the best. But y'all scared of that. With that being said, man, I'm about to get my ass up out of here, man. I'm gonna go in here and jack up y'all thought I was gonna say something else. I was gonna jack up these numbers, you know what I mean, on the phone, be like, hey, what's the latest with other Raiders hiring a head coach? I'm gonna call my inside informant. I got an insider too. Thought y'all knew. His name is X. Shout out to X. Hey, give me all the inside scoop, bruh. Y'all ain't the only one with a fucking inside informer. Informer. Whatever the fuck he said. Y'all remember Snow? Informer? He might not be the best QB. You know what I mean? But if you got everything around him sitting beautiful, how many times have we blamed quarterbacks for you was mediocre? You just had a hell of a defense and offensive weapons. I seen it happen in Tampa Bay. I done seen it happen in Baltimore. You didn't have elite quarterbacks there, but they had an elite team. It's all about the team. One man does not win a game for you in football. There's too many fucking men on a team. You got 53 motherfuckers on the team. You think one motherfucker's gonna carry you? Oh yeah, Mahomes did that shit. Yeah, who the fuck caught the ball on the other end of that pass? He could have dropped that shit. Or better yet, he could have caught it and fumbled it. It's not all on the quarterback, bro. We always put too much on shit, especially the quarterback. We always put too much on the quarterback. Oh, Brady beat such and such. Tom Brady beat who? You notice the losses that Tom Brady and them took in the Super Bowl was against teams, not an individual. An individual didn't beat Brady in the Patriots. A team beat him. A team. And that's what we want. We want a complete team so we can beat anybody, and we don't have to have an elite quarterback. Now, would it help to have an elite quarterback? Hell yeah. You got to put the S on it. Hell yeah. You want to, hell yeah. It makes it just that much better. But can you win without an elite quarterback? Yeah, you can. It's been done. But everything else around it has to be delicious. Delicioso. So chupa mi huevos. Chinga su madre. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Bien, gracias. Y tú bien. I have conversations with myself because I only understand me. Shout out to everybody on Instagram, man. I'm about to shut this shit down, but I appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. For real, for real. I will be back tomorrow. Like I said, hit that notification bell because it'll go out to say what time I'll put the show out there. It all depends on what time I get home, get shit situated. You know, I get my son on the weekends, which I love. Hey, kids, understand how much your parents love you, man. Believe that. We may not tell you all the time, but believe, we would die for you in an instant. So with that being said, man, love your loved ones. Do it like you do it. And show and prove it. Bars. Man, I'm going to go platinum one day. I'm going to be the oldest rapper to ever go platinum. I'm going to drop an album at 82. No, I'm going to wait till I'm Pete Carroll's age. And I'm going to have Pete Carroll do the hook. Hey, wait a minute. Pete Carroll ain't going to be around when you get to 73. You know what? He might be. He might be 92 in good shape. He got bars. Zam bars. With that being said, man, y'all enjoy your evening or your morning, wherever you at on the side of the globe. Lunatic love y'all, man. We'll be back tomorrow, the Lunatic Raider Show. And hopefully some more information comes out on what's the next move now that we got somebody's John Hand on their cock. They John Hancock on the contract. We got a GM, y'all. We got a motherfucking GM. I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. Be safe, man. I'm Lunatic Raider. This is Raiders Allegiance. Please subscribe, hit that like, leave a comment, hit the bell, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. And I'm out this bitch.
Hey, 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 hey.